Are you ready? Awesome, because in the next 10 minutes, we're flying through the entire Premier League. Same drama, fewer ads, and way more jokes. This is your quick, slightly roasty, but full of love guide to all 20 Premier League teams as of October 2025, who manages them, who to watch, one fun fact, and where they stand right now. Because if there's one thing this league never runs out of, it's chaos. Managers come and go faster than VAR checks, transfers cost more than small countries, and every fan swears this is finally their year. Spoiler, it's probably not. Before we jump in, let's set the scene. The early 2025-26 table, pure chaos. Arsenal and Manchester City are trading punches at the top like two boxers who just refuse to lose. Newcastle and Aston Villa are flying high, Bournemouth are somehow overachieving again, and some of the usual giants, yes, Manchester United, we're talking about you are flip-flopping between brilliance and breakdowns. The new boys in the league, they're giving everyone else panic attacks every weekend. Every game feels like a plot twist. Every press conference becomes a meme, and every VAR check turns into national news. So, buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride. Let's kick things off with Arsenal. Mikel Arteta's the boss, Martin Ødegaard's leading like a pro, and the team looks sharp, focused, and confident. Their young squad plays beautiful football with purpose, and when they click, they're one of the best sides to watch in Europe. Bukayo Saka's still the star boy, Declan Rice has added that tough edge in midfield, and Gabriel Jesus brings non-stop energy up front. Arsenal aren't just promising anymore, they're real contenders. The fans believe again, and this time, it actually makes sense. Next up, Aston Villa. Unai Emery has turned them into legit European contenders again. Ollie Watkins is the main man, scoring for fun and terrorising defenders. European nights are back, the fans are buzzing, and Villa Park feels alive. They've got that perfect mix of old-school passion and modern tactics, and it's working beautifully. Bournemouth are still out here proving everyone wrong under Andoni Iraola. Dominic Solanke found his rhythm, scoring goals and leading the line with confidence. The team plays brave, attacking football that's way bigger than their budget. Their stadium might be small, but the energy there is huge and every home game feels personal. Bournemouth might not have the money, but they've got heart, hustle, and bite. Brentford, led by Keith Andrews, are still the Premier League's data nerds, and that's meant as a compliment. Ivan Toney's still the main man up front. Strong, confident, and deadly when it matters. Their transfer strategy feels like it was designed by math geniuses, because honestly, it kind of was. They find hidden gems no one's even heard of, plug them into their system, and somehow, it just works. Every season, people doubt them. And every season, they prove everyone wrong again. Smart team, clever football, never dull. Brighton and Hove Albion, the cool kids of the league. Fabian Herzler took over from De Zerbi and kept the magic alive. Evan Ferguson's turning into one of Europe's top young strikers. Brighton keeps proving that brains can beat big money. Slick football, smart scouting, and a team everyone respects. Burnley, with Scott Parker in charge, have got their edge back. They've mixed modern football with that old-school fight they're known for. Josh Cullen holds it down in midfield, keeping things calm when games get messy. Turf Moor still feels like a battlefield for visiting teams' loud fans, tough tackles, and that "we're not backing down" attitude. Burnley may not play the flashiest football, but they grind out results, stay disciplined, and always make life hard for whoever they face. Chelsea under Enzo Maresca are once again a work in progress. Reece James leads when he's not injured. Cole Palmer looks like their best signing in ages, but that transfer policy, still a fever dream. Buy, loan, repeat. Every year's a rebuild, but when they do click, they remind everyone how dangerous they can be. Crystal Palace, managed by Oliver Glasner, are pure entertainment. Eberechi Ease is the star, smooth, confident, and making defenders dizzy for fun. Palace are the definition of unpredictable. One week they're pulling off a huge upset, the next they're gifting points to a bottom team, but that's why they're loved. Never boring, always dramatic. The fans bring serious energy to Selhurst Park, and when that place is rocking, it's one of the toughest away grounds in the league. Everton, back under David Moyes, are still in full-on survival mode. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's fitness practically decides half their season. When he's fit, they look like a proper team. When he's out, it's panic stations again. Every game feels like a stress test for the fans, with tension thicker than fog at Goodison Park. They're fighting to stay relevant, constantly battling the odds, VAR decisions, and occasionally themselves. It's grit, chaos, and pure drama, the kind of emotional rollercoaster Everton fans have somehow learned to love over the years, even if it takes a few years off their lives each season. Fulham, managed by Marco Silva, play with the perfect mix of calm and chaos. Aleksandar Mitrovic is still the heart of their attack, powerful, emotional, and never afraid of a scrap. Craven Cottage remains one of the most beautiful stadiums in England, sitting right by the river, full of charm and noise. Fulham's game might not always be flashy, but they're clever, organised and always ready to surprise a big team. A steady hand in a crazy league. Leeds United are back, loud and living on pure adrenaline. Daniel Farke's got them pressing like madmen and running non-stop as if the pitch is on fire. The fans, unreal energy, they treat every game like a festival. The football, absolute chaos, unpredictable from start to finish. Leeds don't do calm, never have, and honestly, that's exactly why people can't stop watching them. Leicester City, under Martí Cifuentes, are still chasing the magic of that 2016 miracle, but they're rebuilding with confidence. James Maddison's gone, but the spirit of smart recruitment and counter-attacking football lives on. Everyone still has a soft spot for Leicester. They're proof that dreams really can come true. Liverpool now have Arne Slot in charge of a big job after Klopp. Virgil van Dijk's still the defensive rock, and the Reds are starting to find their groove again. The Klopp era may be over, but the heart and energy remain. Fast football, passionate fans, and Anfield under the lights still chills. Manchester City are, well, still City. Pep Guardiola keeps reinventing football every few months. Kevin De Bruyne is still out there dropping dimes like a magician, and Erling Haaland keeps scoring like it's a glitch in the system. City are the standard, efficient, dominant, and almost unfair, like they're playing a slightly different sport from everyone else. Manchester United, as always, pure drama. Ruben Amorim's the new boss, and things finally look a bit more organised. Bruno Fernandes is leading from the front, but the inconsistency, still there, haunting them like a bad sequel. Off-field headlines? Always. United remains football's biggest drama show, wild, annoying, and impossible to ignore, because even when they're bad, they're entertainingly bad. Newcastle United, still led by Eddie Howe, are thriving under pressure. Alexander Isak leading the attack like a superstar, and the St James Park Roar deafening again. They've gone from sleeping giant to serious contender, mixing money, passion, and belief perfectly. Nottingham Forest are chaos personified. Always fighting, always changing, always entertaining. Morgan Gibbs-White's the standout, and the fans live every game like it's a final. You never know what version of Forest you'll get, and that's exactly the fun of it. Tottenham Hotspur are in a new era under Thomas Frank. The Spursy jokes still exist, but they're starting to fade. They finally lifted their first European trophy in 17 years, and fans are dreaming again. The football's fast, attacking, and with a new touch of steel. Spurs are rewriting their story, slowly but surely. West Ham United, with Nuno Espirito Santo at the helm, are pure East London grit. Jared Bowen's their main man, and their European nights, always full of drama. Tough, passionate, and never predictable. You can never count the hammers out. Alright, let's wrap it up. Arsenal and City are setting the standard. Every weekend is a masterclass or a highlight reel. Liverpool are rebuilding but still dangerous. Manchester United are the eternal wildcard, brilliant one week, a meme the next. Newcastle and Villa are showing that ambition, when done right, pays off. Brighton, Brentford and Bournemouth prove you don't need billions to compete, just brains and bravery. And at the bottom, it's all about survival blood, sweat and VAR heartbreaks. Want to keep an eye on standout players this season? Here's a quick list. Evan Ferguson at Brighton, young, clinical, and already compared to legends. Alexander Isak at Newcastle was smooth, sharp, and deadly in front of goal. Kevin De Bruyne is still the midfield magician even after injuries. Cole Palmer, Chelsea's surprise hero. Bukayo Saka, Arsenal's heartbeat. And Phil Foden finally stepping into his prime. Somewhere out there, a random academy kid's about to score and go viral on TikTok, because in today's football, fame starts with a remix. At the end of the day, that's why we all love the Premier League. It's not just football, it's storytelling. Heroes, villains, heartbreaks, and miracles all packed into 90 minutes. Every fan's got someone to love, someone to roast, and a reason to keep watching. Only here can a mid-table match feel like a movie where underdogs embarrass giants and one missed sitter becomes a worldwide meme. The drama never stops, from transfer sagas to last-minute goals. From sideline meltdowns to miracle escapes. The Premier League isn't just a league, it's the craziest rollercoaster in sports. And that's exactly why we can't look away. So, who's your team? Who's overachieving? Who's bottling it? And who's already giving you grey hairs? Drop it in the comments. Let's hear your hot takes. Are you still believing in miracles, or already preparing for heartbreak by Christmas? Maybe your striker couldn't score in an empty net, or maybe your new signing's the deal of the century. Either way, this is your therapy session. The comment section is open for all the banter. Like, subscribe, and get ready for more drama, passion, and chaos, because this is the Premier League, the world's greatest circus disguised as football. Every weekend brings heartbreaks, miracles, and memes in equal measure. It's wild, unpredictable, and completely addictive. You don't need a script, just 22 players, one ball, and millions of fans who live for every second. I'll see you in the next one.